Hello, my name is Sam. I'll be performing in the finals of the International Conducting Competition in Rotterdam. Hope to see you there. So, Papa Haydn, the granddaddy of the symphony. We wouldn't have Mozart or Beethoven if it wasn't for Haydn. And here we are outside Esterhazy Palace, where he worked for many years. I'll be conducting Symphony number 44, which is one of few minor symphonies, but he was going through something at the time because he had written a string of minor symphonies in a row. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this symphony with the orchestra of the 18th century. Haydn is one of my personal favourite composers because of the wit and charm within the symphony, but also the range of emotion. This is a darker piece, but it has so much there's so much vigor and energy within this symphony. So really looking forward to giving this one a go. So during the classical round, I'll be conducting the second movement of Mozart's Hafner Symphony, number 35. This symphony began its life as a musical serenade, so its essence is deeply rooted in celebration for an occasion, lightness, frivolity, and I'm looking forward to exploring those characters with the orchestra of the 18th century. It's such a pleasure to work with musicians such as the orchestra of the 18th century because they bring this level of expertise to historically informed practice. There's such a range of colour we can get out of historical instruments, and it gives the performance this sort of next level of authenticity to it. So I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this symphony and trying to channel the clarity and elegance that Mozart often brings to his music. I'll be conducting Beethoven's third piano concerto, and we're just outside Beethoven's old house in Vienna. It was premiered in this city, but the premiere was marred by a sense of stress. The orchestra allegedly was the second best orchestra in Vienna at the time. The first best orchestra had been hired out for a rival performance of Haydn's Creation that same night. And so at the time of Beethoven's premiere, the piece still hadn't completely been finished and the orchestra was scrambling to put it together. I hope my performance will, after 200 years of this piece being in the repertoire, will be a little bit more ready to go, and I'm really looking forward. One of the highlights of this competition for me will be working with the amazing specialists of Klangforum Wien, and together with them I'll be tackling Stockhausen's Kontrapunkte. I have always remembered this one interview that I've watched with Stockhausen in The Hague, where the interviewer asks Karl-Heinz, could you describe the most beautiful sound in the world? And he pauses and then just goes, no. And I'm hoping to bring some of that whimsy into my interpretation of Stockhausen's early work. It's an unfolding, shifting piece of music, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what the musicians have to offer, as well as digging into it myself. Today I'll be performing our Pops concert at the Studs podium in Rotterdam, of course. I'm a lover of dance. I love to dance. I've centered a little program around dance. We have Anna Meredith's Nautilus. She's an electronic music composer and classical composer, and she brings sort of electronic EDM dance music vibes into the concert hall. And then we have Malcolm Arnold's, two of his 4 Scottish dances, and then a finale by Percy Grainger, who's a composer very close to me. Growing up as a saxophone player, I played a lot of Percy Grainger, and he's an Australian. So I thought it would be a great way to finish off the program. So come and have a jig or a rave or a bop with me, and let's go dance. Well, guten Abend oder buonanotte. Now we're moving on to Puccini, and I'll be conducting Tosca and bits of Madame Butterfly. Puccini being the king of Verismo opera. All about realness. So much so that in the premiere of Tosca, he introduced a real gunshot for one of the effects during the opera. So I'm hoping to bring some of that Puccini realness to the Rotterdam conducting competition tonight.